lender and member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable, quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com. At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable, quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC. Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class. Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts, too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Tired of pests and bugs around your house? Do you see signs of termites, wet basement or crawl space, mold or mildew? Call the best. Call Neeline Cole, a local termite and pest control and moisture and water control business located in Bowling Springs. Voted the best for 12 years running. They have the skills and experience to help make your home more comfortable, to save you money on your energy bills, or to inspect a home you're buying for prior or present costly damage. Call Neeline Cole today at 704-434-9411 for a free estimate. Use the best. Neeline Cole, proudly serving the Carolinas.
The North Carolina 3A West Region playoffs as the Tuscola Mountaineers come down from Waynesville to take on the undefeated East Lincoln Mustangs. I'm Dave Potter along with Jason Sane, here to bring you tonight's action in a Beat the Hurricane time change. Not only did we have the time change which screwed everybody up earlier in the week going back to standard time, but now we've got a game going from Friday at 7:30 to Thursday at 6, and I don't know if they're going to totally beat the weather, but it's going to be better than it would be probably tomorrow night.
Yeah. They're worried about the field getting soaked and then tore up.
And even if they play Saturday on a grass field, if you get enough rain, it could still get torn up even though the sun's out. So again, it's Tuscola against East Lincoln, round 2 of the playoffs. So let's take a look at Tuscola coming into the game. There's one common opponent this season between Tuscola and East Lincoln. Both have played Forest View. East beat them in game 2 of the regular season 53-0. We were here for that game, and that was not pretty at all.
No.
Tuscola played them last week in the playoffs in round 1 and beat them 35-14. So Forest View, kind of comparable, but they didn't come close in either game.
No.
So Tuscola is coached by Chris Brookshire. He's in his 3rd year at the helm of the Mountaineers with a record of 18-11 so far in those 3 years. Brookshire is a graduate of Tuscola, graduated there in 1988, and has been a head coach at several schools in the mountains, Asheville-Irwin, Smoky Mountain, and then he coached a year at 2 different college programs, Mars Hills and then Western Carolina, where he was the wide receiver coach before he got the job back at Tuscola. So this season, they come in at 10-1. Their only loss so far was a 55-7 beatdown from conference champion West Henderson in the regular season finale. So they were undefeated up to that point, but then things obviously went awry against West Henderson. I mean, most of their games this year, they've won pretty handily. Madison, 55-7. East Rutherford, thank you. I just wasn't making the thing. 56-14, 33-12 against Irwin. You look at all their games, the closest one they had was Pisgah. An away game at Pisgah in the middle of October, they won 35-34. Then Smoky, must have been they got to the meat of their schedule, because now they got Smoky Mountain, 17-16, and then the final week of the regular season was West Henderson, and that was 55-7, and there just wasn't anything good I think you could take out of that game for the Mountaineers. So they come in averaging 36.5 points per game, and they're giving up 18.6. And taking a look at their roster, these are some mountain boys, let me tell you. You look down here at some of the sizes of some of them. You get down to their linemen, 275. Now, I don't believe every weight you see on a high school roster, or even a college roster. But if you saw them out on the field, you'd realize if they inflated the number, it's not by much. 275, 275, 305, 260, 260, 320, 260, 320, 330. There's Division II schools that don't have linemen that big. So they are big, they are strong, and they love to run the football, and we'll go through some more of that here. They come in, and for East Lincoln, it's like a tennis match for how their defensive coordinators had to prepare the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, North Lincoln, run, misdirection, all kinds of things. Last week, Ashe County comes in, and they just want to chuck it all over the lot. They did, but they got picked off about 4 times, too.
That's right.
Then, this week, now we're back with Tuscola, and it's like West Lincoln, North Lincoln all over again. So, all run, all pass, now back to all run. So, it's been a bit of a ping pong match there, tennis match, however you want to look at it. They've come in and they've run for 3,100 yards as a team, almost 3,200, 44 rushing touchdowns. And they've only thrown, the quarterback's only thrown for 479 yards, 641 as a team, probably backup quarterbacks in garbage time. So it could be a matchup for them, pretty similar to what they'd see with West Lincoln and North Lincoln. So, and with the size of the line for Tuscola, it's going to be quite a task for the defensive linemen like Marcel Johnson and others to get in there and hold their own against those offensive linemen and free up people like Ben Cutter and Blake Bradford and others to come up and make tackles, fill the holes.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more of the Stadium Pregame Show brought to you by Bean Brothers Hardware of Lincolnton. So we'll be back in 2 minutes on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts, too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Tired of pests and bugs around your house? Do you see signs of termites, wet basement or crawl space, mold or mildew? Call the best. Call Neeline Cole, a local termite and pest control and moisture and water control business located in Bowling Springs. Voted the best for 12 years running. They have the skills and experience to help make your home more comfortable, to save you money on your energy bills, or to inspect a home you're buying for prior or present costly damage. Call Neeline Cole today at 704-434-9411 for a free estimate. Use the best. Neeline Cole, proudly serving the Carolinas. Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at NesbittOil.com. Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Back at East Lincoln here at David Clark Stadium, getting ready for the second round playoff game between East Lincoln and Tuscola. What we're going to do at this time is, as we do every week, we're going to have an interview with the coach of the Lincoln County team, and that is Coach David Lubowitz, joining us once again. Joining us on the Bean Brothers of Bean Brothers of Hardware of Lincolnton. It's easy for me to say. See, even I'm screwed up with the time change here, so not too good. But anyway, we're going to take a listen to what Coach Lubowitz says for preparing for tonight's game, and we'll be back after this.
And now, once again, joining us on the Stadium Pregame Show, brought to you by Bean Brothers Hardware of Lincolnton, is the coach of the still undefeated East Lincoln Mustangs, David Lubowitz.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for having me on again. Super excited. I think you're bringing us some good luck.
Well, I don't know about that, but didn't need a whole lot of luck against Ashe County last week. Great start to the playoffs for your team.
Yeah, I love to see it. Love to see the effort and just how fast we were playing both offensively and defensively, and how fast we came, kind of out of the block there. You're always worried getting into the playoffs how your team's going to react to new teams they haven't played before, teams you don't have a ton of film on. I thought our kids reacted pretty good.
And it looks like you got through the game again without any injuries. What's the status on your team at this point?
Pretty good, pretty healthy. We had Parker Davis, number 22 outside linebacker, went out first defensive play. I guess he slightly, his shoulder, something with his shoulder, he strained his shoulder of some way, but I think he could have came back in, but, we got on top of him pretty fast. So we figured, let's not risk anything. So I think he's going to be good for us this week.
Well, that's good. And you mentioned the fast start you had against Ashe County. 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. And then something I have never done on a broadcast before, I got to call a punt return for a touchdown of 0 yards.
I showed a lot of people that video, and they all kind of mimic what you're saying. They've never seen that before. I've never seen it before either. It's pretty amazing. For us to be in the right place at the right time, and then unfortunate for their punter that he just didn't get enough foot on it.
Yeah, we were talking up at the booth, and like, well, is that a return? Is it a 2-yard return? I go, no. When you do a return, where you catch it to where you're stopped. He didn't move. It's got to be a return of 0 yards.
Yeah.
That was unique.
Yeah, he's not on our punt return this week. We got somebody else in there just for this reason or another. And I told the DC, I said, he's our best punt returner. Why are we taking him off? He had returned a kick last year, or last game, and he was laughing. But it's a punt return for 0.
Yeah, everybody I've talked to, other broadcasters, they've never heard of such a thing. So you got to come to the game. You might see something unique.
That's right.
And this week, you've got a bunch of things that are different, but we've got the time change, and then now we've got the game being moved up to 6 o'clock tonight. Is that going to have any effect on preparation for your team?
Yeah, I think so. We talked to them a lot this week about, there could be changes and, overcoming that adversity. And everybody has their routines, and those routines kind of settle around certain times. So I'm just making sure the kids, realize that we're going to be an hour and a half earlier, along with the day earlier. And they're still going to go through their same preparation and be in the same mental focus come 6 o'clock instead of 7:30. So I think it definitely does. I think it changes a lot of stuff for a lot of people. You just got to be aware of that and then adjust for it.
And the weather, even though we've moved the game up, it may not avoid a lot of the rain. They're saying it may start as early as 3 o'clock tomorrow. Does that affect what you may want to do offensively or defensively?
Yeah, I think so. I think, we're trying to avoid the weather as much as we can. But, I think when you're talking tropical storm, or I guess at this point hurricane, you really can't avoid it completely. So I think you have to, cut down on turnovers, mistakes, slips and falls, things that can happen on a wet field. You got to take different kind of steps. You got to secure tackles. You got to secure the ball. Just to stuff comes into play that wouldn't on a dry field. So I'm hoping we can avoid most of the rain, but, like you said, I don't think we're going to be able to avoid it all.
And your opponent this week is Tuscola. The Mountaineers come in 10-1. Their only loss was a blowout defeat to West Henderson that cost them the conference crown. So they've got a good record coming in.
Check.
But again, you've gone. It's like watching your poor defensive coordinator has to feel like he's in a tennis match. You have North Lincoln, who always runs the ball. Then the following week, you have Ashe County, who always throws the ball. And now we're back to Tuscola, who runs it even more than North Lincoln or West Lincoln does.
Yeah, we've compared them several times to North Lincoln just for what they're trying to accomplish offensively. Now they do, they'll still chuck it up there every now and again, and they run some neat stuff with their tight ends. But I mean, they want to establish the run and dominate the line of scrimmage. And they're big. They're a very big team up front. I think they got 300-plus tackles, 260 and 280 guards, and a 260 center. So they're big, and they're in a good offense for big. So I don't know. The DC just keeps flipping back and forth from week to week. How do I stop the run? How do I stop the pass?
Now you're back on run, and they've got two big ball carriers for them. Des Rodriguez, almost 1,400 yards. And then the quarterback, Jed Benson, is closing in on 1,000 yards himself. And they've got three players that have put up 41 touchdowns this year, so they can get the ball in the end zone pretty efficiently as well.
Yeah, no, they score at will, and that quarterback number 2, he's really a do-it-all. He can throw it, he can run it. He does a really good job with the energy. Offensively, he's kind of guiding them and getting excited and hyping his kids up. And then he also plays defensively, plays corner for them, and does a really good job over there. So I think he's a special player. He's obviously one of the ones we want to, keep an eye on. And then 3, the running back, and then they just got back 26, a second running back they have that's really good too. So I mean, they've got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of size up front. So there's a reason why they're 10-1. They're a very good football team.
And one other thing that caused a problem with the time change, and this is probably a testament to how successful East Lincoln sports have been in the fall season, your kicker is also on the soccer team, and both of you are playing at 6 p.m. So Helmut Rojas will be up in Asheboro as the Mustangs take on number 1 Asheboro in the 4th round of the soccer playoffs. So who will be doing the kicking for you since Rojas will be up with the soccer team?
Yeah, so thankfully we had a kid coming into the season, Chris Milletta, who was going to probably be the kicker. He also plays soccer, and he got injured before the season. He'll be doing the kicking. He's finally cleared to play to kick for us, but he's not cleared to play soccer yet. So, and him and Helmut are really good friends, so it kind of works out well. They're actually even close in number. They're both number 40 jerseys, and but both about the same stature. So really on film, you won't be able to tell a big difference. Chris has got a little bit bigger of a leg. I think Helmut might be a little more accurate. But, we want Helmut to, go with that soccer team and do well, obviously, and we're just thankful that Chris is staying with us is going to kick because, and everybody knows that you got to have that part of the kicking game. If you don't have a kicker, you're not starting it off right.
Well, Coach, we thank you for joining us again on the Bean Brothers Hardware Stadium pregame show, and best of luck in tonight's game.
Thank you.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
I will at halftime. I got to sit at some point, but I can't. Never been able to when I've been doing this. Except at Lincolnton, because I was so high up in the air anyway. I was like, looking down there. Yeah, no. Yes, especially in the at each end of the field, because the lighting is still not great. So, because you get down that end of the field, the lighting's not all that great. I mean, look how much the pylon in the back corner of the end zone is lit up by the 25-second clock. Mm-hmm. Well, I brought this because I'm getting tired of the glare from the lights on the other side trying to ID people. Had an issue with that last week. It's like, I'm bringing a hat this week. I said you do a good job identifying the runners and stuff. Try to. You know what? The visitors usually easier because they're something on white. Back at East Lincoln now, we thank Coach Lubowitz again for joining us on the pregame interview. And in fact, we thank all the coaches in Lincoln County for their cooperation on that. So thank you to coaches Ponder, Bird, and Basil for all their help on getting these pregame interviews. And I hope it adds something to the broadcast. You can hear from the coaches what they're looking at and what they're doing to prepare for this week. So we're here at East Lincoln getting ready. We have about 7 minutes on the clock. National anthem's out of the way, so at this point of the pregame show, we're going to take a look at key players to watch, and that's brought to you by Key Builders of Lincolnton. So we'll start out with Tuscola, the visitors, and key players for them usually are involved with the rushing attack. You've got running back Des Rodriguez, 190 carries, 1,368 yards, so he's got a 7.2 carry average. And that's pretty good for a team when it says, we're going to line up and we're going to run the ball. And quarterback Jet Benson, he's closing in on 1,000 yards. He's got 929, 13 touchdowns. And Jordan Butler is the third member of their high-powered offense, 79 carries, 558 yards. So he's also over 7 yards a carry. So they do spread the ball around, quarterback to two running backs. They've got 44 rushing touchdowns on the season and almost 3,200 yards rushing. Passing-wise, they don't throw it much. It's kind of like watching West Lincoln or North Lincoln. You'll throw when they need to kind of thing, or once in a while just kind of break things up, but that's about it. Their leading receivers, Lucas Ritter, 10 catches, 280 yards, and then Bryant Anasia, 14 catches for 223 yards. Those are the only receivers that have more than 3 receptions for them on the team. So it's Ritter and Anasia, and not anybody else for that matter. Defensively, Lucas Ritter is also their leading tackler, 71 tackles, 8 for loss. As Saeed Jackson, while he only has 35 tackles, he has 12 for loss. So when he gets in there, he does do some things that are disruptive. And on special teams, the kicker, Nolan Martin, 39 of 42 extra points. 3 of 3 field goals. That's a pretty good percentage for a high school kid. And with a long of 37. So that's some of the key players for Tuscola. And Jason's going to take a look at East Lincoln.
All right, on the East Lincoln side of the ball, clearly they've got a good coverage man in Keandre Walker. But I think tonight, given the weather and the MO for the visiting Tuscola team, been known to run the ball heavily, I think Ben Cutter is going to be called upon tonight to step up and shut down that run, fill some gaps, take up 2 blockers at least.
And you probably see some of the cornerbacks cheating in to support the run. They'll be close in the box or sneaking in towards the line of scrimmage.
So the coverage may not be as big an issue tonight, certainly not like it was last week. The team that likes to air it out. But how well can they come up and help with the run, anticipate which way the ball's going, could end up coming into play as well. But Ben Cutter leads the team with 122 tackles. 7 for a loss, but that's a good approximately 50 more than the next highest guy. Aiden Terrell and Marcel Johnson, Parker Davis, they each have around 70 tackles themselves. So he's got some help around him. If he can occupy 2 blockers, that'll give one of those other guys a chance to get to the ball. Secondary can come up. He can maybe string some plays out to the sideline. But Ben Cutter, certainly someone to keep an eye on defense. And with the same idea, Tyler Mazzell, excellent quarterback. He's got 30 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, thrown for close to 2,000 yards. He's 144 for 221, so they do like to pass it. But, again, with the rain, the wind, I think Chris Daly might be the person to keep an eye on as far as offensive players. He's their main running back, 104 carries. He's gone over 1,000 yards with 15 touchdowns. And quarterback Mazzell gets out of the pocket, scrambles a lot himself. He's got 500 yards and 11 touchdowns to his name. So if they start keying on Daly, perhaps Mazzell, a little misdirections, design quarterback runs where they pretend like they're going to pass one here and there, see if they can get them spread out and find a gap there in the defense. And, of course, if they do decide to pass it, Markel Clark, Keandre Walker, those have been their 2 biggest receivers. Jackson Beam seems to come up big on a lot of third downs. But, again, I feel like it's going to be the run game tonight with the weather conditions. Chris Daly, certainly an offensive player to keep an eye on. The game may come down to whether or not he has a good night on the ground, him and Mazzell alike, running the ball.
And you mentioned the weather. Taking a look around, here's the East Lincoln comes on the field. Tuscola is already here. There were some umbrellas before the game, but most of them have been put away. So I think right now we're doing pretty good. Looked at the radar. I'm going to channel my inner Jim Cantori and say that we're probably good for the first half, but there is a rain blob. Right, there is a rain blob coming up out of Rock Hill in South Carolina, up across Charlotte. So that may affect things in the second half, but we seem to be pretty good for right now.
The field is wet, though, for sure.
Definitely.
It's been that steady drizzle that just seems to get everything soaking wet. Maybe not a downpour that gets to you immediately, but the ground's wet, ball hits the ground, it'll be wet. May have a little traction issue, trouble making cuts without falling down. So I think a lot of it's going to be on the running game tonight for both sides. Both teams probably run heavy, even though East Lincoln tends to throw it around a bit. Maybe a little less tonight.
One thing, a couple things that, this is just me spitballing, but it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Daly and Virgil Bingham in the backfield given the conditions. Bingham did a good job last week. He ended up being the leading rusher. And that could take some pressure off the passing game and off of Daly. And then the other thing to watch out for tonight is the kicking game, because Helmut Rojas will not be here. East Lincoln's soccer team is up in Ashboro taking on the top seed, Ashboro, in the 4th round of the soccer playoffs. If they win that, they go to the West Regional Final, and that's going on at 6 o'clock, just same time as this. So Chris Milletta, who is also on the soccer team, had labrum surgery in the off season. He's been cleared for football. He's been kicking stuff off. They'll be doing extra points tonight. But I'm not sure why this is. He's cleared for football, but he's not cleared for soccer. And which one's supposedly the contact sport? But he is just a kicker, so hopefully he's not going to get run into on anything, and they'll be okay there. But I did see another player warming up beforehand. It was a left-footed kicker. So we'll see what goes on there. That'd be something to watch for, because Rojas has been real consistent for him all season, but they don't have his services tonight. So we're about ready for the kickoff. Crowd's not too bad, given the conditions and also the early hour.
Right. And I think Tuscola 2 hours by car. They got school in the morning too, so maybe not a lot of the students make it out here. They don't have a parent that's interested in bringing them.
I think some of the local schools are off tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Veterans Day.
Yep.
I forgot about that. So we don't get off. Gaston doesn't take off for Veterans Day. But you're right, the high schools probably are out tomorrow. Still a long way from Tuscola to travel. Like I said, I don't know if you let your kid drive that far in the rain unless you yourself are probably going to go. So
Jimmy Cherry, the PA announcer here for East Lincoln, was up in Cullowhee for some Veterans Day stuff with his grandchildren, and he said coming back he ran into some nasty squalls. The mountain's supposed to get it worse than we are here.
Yeah, it's not just your regular old pop-up shower. It's coming off a hurricane, so wind and rain. Shouldn't involve a whole lot of lightning, though.
Well, so far we do not. I have a lightning tracker on my phone for when I'm on the golf course, and I don't want to get caught out there, swinging those lightning rods.
That's right.
And so far, it's not showing anything within about 100 miles, so it should be okay. That's about the only thing that's probably going to stop the game tonight is if it be lightning. But coming down from Tuscola is 2 hours by car. I can't imagine what it was, these kids on the school bus on the football team. They got down here real early, so they should be over their ride. So we're about ready for the kickoff. Looks like East Lincoln has their team out. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. The referees are the center of the field. The clock's set to 12 minutes. Looks like we're ready to play some football.
What do you think of those uniforms, Dave?
The gray or the red?
The gray. I think it's orange, I imagine, if you got a little closer.
Oh, well, true.
It does look red, I'll give you that.
I'm color challenged. Ask my wife.
Yeah, gray uniforms. Not even sure that's one of their primary or side colors, but they are sporting gray uniforms tonight.
I thought it was green, orange, and white.
Right, yeah. Probably is, but they are wearing gray here at home tonight.
Well, all these schools are going with retro stuff and everything else, and Oklahoma.
I don't remember them being gray back in the day either, or anything like that.
Not when I was here.
They look good, though.
That was the 90s, though. That was a long time ago. So
if they don't win, be the last time they wear them, probably.
It's one of those. If they work out, we'll keep them. If not, JV uniforms. But we're waiting for the kickoff here. I'm not sure what the delay is. Both teams are standing around ready to go. Oh.
The referees are out there, but they haven't
I've
even
just
had
been informed what the issue
meeting.
is.
What is it?
We do not have an ambulance here.
Can't start the game.
No, we cannot.
It's a requirement.
I hope it's not coming from Charlotte and stuck in
You
highway
might tell them
traffic
the
on
game-
16.
You might tell them the game was moved to Thursday at 6.
Let's hope so.
That could be an easy thing to let slip by you, Oh, got to let the ambulance know.
Both teams are just out on the field trying to stretch, stay loose, get ready.
Cheerleaders getting some mats out.
I'd want to be jumping up and down on a rubber mat tonight rather than a wet pavement. That could be
wearing their cold weather, wet weather gear.
And it's also gray.
Yep.
So it seems to be the color du jour.
Hoodies and sweatpants. Of course, I don't know if they actually are sweatpants. They look like it, but I imagine it's some sort of rain gear.
We'd like to give a happy birthday shout out. Goes out to Rosalind Mazeo.
Well, if this takes too much longer, the kickoff will be 7 or 7:30. So
Call and tell them somebody's hurt. And they get here like, oh, he's better. Maybe you just hang out and watch the game.
be careful. Make sure no one has an ATV around.
Yeah.
Those things are dangerous.
Sure are. Trees coming out of nowhere. Kind of.
I hate when a tree jumps in front of you, don't you? Darndest thing. So we're waiting here for EMS to show up. While we're doing that, let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back, hopefully with a kickoff once EMS gets here. So a 2-minute timeout here on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include four-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Oh, they are. KTC Broadcasting. Go to LincolnCounty.com. It's on there.
Go to Lincoln County.
No, go to
Go to
LincolnCounty.com.
Okay.
It's on there.
LincolnCounty.com, and you can get it there also.
So back here at East Lincoln, we're still waiting on EMS to arrive. You're not allowed to start a high school game without an ambulance on the premises. And I've heard there have been games where they've had to delay it for a bit because they took somebody off and they had to get another ambulance here. So that's happened as well.
Yeah,
So
we'll delay a game penalty on the EMS.
well, there's quite a line of traffic out in front of the school here up on Highway 73. If they're caught in that, we might be a few minutes. But we've already done our Blackwell report on the uniforms. We've already done our Weather Channel update here, so not much more we can update on except go through the schedule. Some of the other games, some are tonight, some are going to try and play tomorrow. I think Maiden's still trying to go tomorrow night. I'm not sure what they were thinking. But looking at some of the games around the area, in the 2A playoffs, 21st seed Mount Pleasant will be at number 5 Maiden. Number 13 Bunker Hill will be at number 4 Community School of Davidson. The winner of those two games will play each other in the next round, next Friday, weather permitting. Then you've got a rematch down in Cleveland County. You've got Shelby and Burns, a rematch of the conference title game they had last game of the regular season that Burns won fairly easily. We'll have to see what goes on in the rematch. And then also Lincolnton traveling down to Monroe again. That was the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. So Lincolnton, the 23 seed at number 7 Monroe. So those are the 2A games involving teams in the area. Now over on the 3A side, another team coming out of the mountains. We have the mountain matchup down in Kings Mountain as Smoky Mountain, number 17, plays number 1 Kings Mountain. Number 9 High Brighton has to travel all the way down to West Charlotte for their game. That's the 9th and the 8th seed there. Number 12 Ledford is at Northwest Cabarrus. Now that doesn't involve any local teams, but the winner will play the winner of the Tuscola East game next week. So if the seeds hold up, Northwest Cabarrus is the 5th seed, East Lincoln is the 4th seed. That game would be here at East Lincoln next Friday night. And then other 3A playoff games, number 14 Crest at number 3 Oak Grove. That could be an interesting matchup. Oak Grove's a good team. Crest is only a 14th seed because they only lost one conference game and they're not a conference champion. So they're probably one of those teams that's underseeded using the system that they have here in North Carolina where all the conference champions are 1 through 9, then the second place teams. There's a lot of really good second place teams like Crest and South Point that aren't going to get a high seed just because they lost one ball game.
Right.
They may actually be on the road, especially in the first round, playing somebody that they've got a lot better record than. But that's the system. We got to swim with what we have. And another example, number 11 South Point is at number 6 Dudley. Very good matchup, but if you look at the state rankings, South Point is number 2 in the state, but they're an 11 seed. So that's why I'm saying the system. It's an interesting way of seeding things. I guess any system's as fair as any other. I mean, everybody knows what it's going to be beforehand. So, but taking a look at the rankings right now, in 3A, Kings Mountain's currently rated number 1. Belmont South Point is up 1 spot to number 2. East Lincoln, despite winning 51-6 last week, dropped a spot to 5th. Its rankings, I don't know how.
Yeah, I got some
most of those
magic formula and a secret sauce nobody knows about.
I think it's a dartboard.
Could very well be.
Okay, add them up. There we get it.
Yeah.
And Crest is down 1 to 8th. And Tuscola comes in at 19th coming into this ball game. Over on the 2A side, oh, there they are. Number 1 is Burns. Number 3 is Maiden. They're up 3 slots this week, 5 slots in 2 weeks. They're up to number 3 right now. Shelby's moved up a couple spots. Shelby's up a couple spots. 2, they're now number 5. They have to be the highest ranked 3-loss team anywhere in the state. Number 11 is Bunker Hill. They're up 4 spots. West Lincoln, who completed their season last week, they're down 7. They're at 27th currently. And Lincolnton, after their overtime victory at Rendleman, very exciting ball game that was, they're up 1 spot. They're 29th. So that's the rankings for all the local teams. And we're still waiting on EMS. So at this point, we're going to take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week at some point.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated number 1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Back here at East Lincoln, still awaiting the arrival of EMS so we can begin the ball game. Some interesting activities on the sideline. Looks like we had a boxing match here a minute ago between a couple East Lincoln players. No punches thrown.
Little shadow boxing.
Little shadow boxing. They'll loosen them up.
Riled up to play football, and then don't let them start the game.
They'll find something to do.
Yeah.
Not always a positive thing,
no.
But that wasn't a negative either. It was just little horseplay there. So So we're trying to get an update on when EMS may be here. So one other thing I was going to say for halftime, but we'll go through it now. Last week we went over some of the what was going on in Lincoln County sports, in other sports other than football. As we mentioned earlier, the soccer team for East Lincoln has advanced to the 4th round. They beat number 12 seeded St. Stephen's, their conference rival, for the 3rd time this season. They beat them 3-1 on Monday. So East Lincoln will now be playing. In fact, if they had an ambulance available, they should already be well into the first half. That was supposed to start at 6 o'clock up in Asheboro. They're taking on the number 1 seed Asheboro, who comes in with a record of 22-1-2. That's pretty. Now you can see why they might be the first seed. East Lincoln is 18-4-3. They've had a very good season as well. The winner will take on the High Brighton Hickory. Number 10 seeded Hickory still alive, also a Western Foothills Conference member. So if East Lincoln and Hickory were to win, the Western Regional Final would be here at East Lincoln sometime early next week. I would imagine Monday. It would probably be they've been going Monday, Thursday on the soccer playoffs. So then in cross country.
Well, that's never a good sign, David.
No, this is not a good sign. They are calling all the players for East Lincoln. They're going into the locker room. So we're here at 6:17. Game was supposed to start 17 minutes ago. And now the teams are going off the field. Tuscola is doing the same thing.
Well, a few key elements to the game. It's not just like if the referees didn't show up.
Yeah.
They're here, of course, but
and what
concerns
me is we've got a pretty good window in the weather right now for a while. That window is closing.
We're wasting it.
That window is closing because there is some rain, steady rain, and a good amount of long steady rain coming up out of Charlotte and out of South Carolina that we thought would be here about halftime, but we also thought we'd already be well into the first quarter by now. So finishing up some of the other Lincoln County sports, it was another banner weekend for Lincoln County cross-country runners. Something about this county. We've had a lot of good cross-country and track runners come out of this county. For the size of it, it's just pretty amazing. I mean, we've had some great ones over the years. A couple girls, there was a couple sisters over at Lincolnton. I can't remember their name. They were really good. And then you had the Ascendants of North Lincoln. East Lincoln's had some good programs as well when they won a state championship in boys cross country. But this last Saturday up in Kernersville, in the 2A race, Catherine Hopkins, who was the favorite in the race, dominated the field by about a minute to win the 2A girls title. Catherine's coming off injury. Didn't run much last year, but she did towards the end of the season had a really strong second place finish in the 1,600 meter run at the 2A state championship. So she's been able to stay healthy all summer through training and parlay that into a state championship on Saturday. And then over on the 3A side, the North Lincoln girls won their 3rd straight state title, 50-68, as they avenged a loss to West Henderson in the regional the previous Saturday. But they won the one that mattered. They won the state championship, 50-68. The Knights were led by individual champion Macy Parks. Macy, in her first year over at North Lincoln, she was at East Lincoln, but transferred because there's some classes over at North Lincoln they do not have at East. And she's improved tremendously this year to the point she won the state championship, pulling away in the second half of the race. So she won the state championship, and that paced the team to a state championship title as well. On the boys' side, North Lincoln was looking for its 6th straight state title, but they were upset by a team from Croatan, 143-149. It's very, very close race. And if you know anything about cross-country scoring, if you finish 20th, you get 20 points. So any couple runners from North Lincoln able to pass a couple runners in front of them, and that just flips totally. That's how close that race was. And then just to show you how competitive some of the races were, in the 1A boys up there, something I had never seen before, and I've been around cross country and track for a long time. In the 1A boys race, the 4th and 5th place teams tied with the same number of points, and it's split by your 6th runner. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place teams all tied. They all had 77 points. So they had to go to the 6 runners to break the tie for a state championship between 3 teams. Not just 2, but 3 teams. And the 2 teams who were in 4th and 5th were, I believe, at 91. So it was an amazingly close race. I've never seen anything like that. So that, and then in volleyball, Western Foothills Conference member North Iredell had to work hard, but they won the state championship, defeating J.H. Rose 3 games to 2, 3 sets to 2, whatever the term is in volleyball. Those are the first 2 sets that North Iredell dropped in the entire tournament. They had been rolling people 3-0 the whole way through. J.H. Rose took them all the way to 5 sets, but North Iredell does win the state championship. So that's a look at all the other fall sports. They have all wrapped up at this point. So we've got basketballs underway. We've got swimming and diving, indoor track. I'm trying to see if there's any I've left out. I think that's about it for fall winter sports. So what we'll do is we're going to take a 4-minute timeout this time because there's no ambulance in sight. And we'll be back and we'll take it from there, see what we want to do. You're listening to the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles are available at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. They probably have the vehicle you've been looking for. And right now, make no payment for 60 days on the new or used vehicles. And now, take $500 off any new or used vehicle when you mention this radio ad. Yes, this radio ad is worth $500. Be sure to mention it when you arrive at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. Located at 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at ClassicVWGastonia.com. See their page at WhatsUpShopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world-class for the working class.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Joining us now on the yes line. His told him, I've already gone through all the other games, other Lincoln County sports. We talked about uniforms. We talked about weather. I don't know what else he wants me to talk about.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts, too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Tired of pests and bugs around your house? Do you see signs of termites, wet basement or crawl space, mold or mildew? Call the best. Call Neeline Cole, a local termite and pest control and moisture and water control business located in Bowling Springs. Voted the best for 12 years running. They have the skills and experience to help make your home more comfortable, to save you money on your energy bills, or to inspect a home you're buying for prior or present costly damage. Call Neeline Cole today at 704-434-9411 for a free estimate. Use the best. Neeline Cole, proudly serving the Carolinas.
Oh, yeah, it's sideways rain this time.
Oh, yeah, we can see the flag over on the softball field. That is not quite starched, but you can see all the bars quite clearly for the most part. So at this point, we're kind of in a holding pattern here. I mean, maybe we can go down the street here. Local resident Larry Sprinkle, maybe he can come by and give us a weather forecast or something. So
don't need him to tell us it's raining.
So we're not.
Interview some fans.
Actually, anybody wondering, the ambulance never got here. It wasn't whether it was at the ball game. It just never got here at any point. Teams were warming up. I didn't notice that it wasn't here, but it was never here. It was on its way here and got a call, and then the secondary one is, I don't know, I guess, what, the lights don't work? Turn the lights on, go around everybody. I don't know. So
East Lincoln retakes the field.
So East Lincoln has come back out. And that's because the ambulance, I don't think I've ever heard a bigger cheer for an ambulance. The ambulance has come in the gate down at the right end of the field. So the teams will probably need to loosen up for a few minutes since they have been sitting in the locker room. So the teams have come out onto the field again. And what we'll do is see how much loosening up is going to be involved here, and if there's going to be some or if they're just going to go. I'm not sure which. So just hang in there and we'll let you know as soon as we figure it out. So at this point, the East Lincoln kickoff team is out on the field. Several players are trying to loosen up, so I think we might just go right to it here. As we said in the pregame show, and as Coach Lubowitz alluded to, Helmut Rojas is not available tonight, playing soccer up in Asheboro. So Chris Milletta will be doing the kickoff duties. Milletta, number 42, did do the kickoff duties last week. I think Rojas was tired. He had a game Thursday night. You know how soccer is. You can run 7-8 miles in those games easily. And so Rojas kicked the extra points, but Mileta was doing all of the kickoffs. And I think we're going to get going pretty quickly here because, like I said, East Lincoln's coverage team is on the field. They'll kick off, and the return team for Tuscola is out on the field.
All right, we are ready to play here.
We're going to get some football going. You won't have to listen to me talk a bunch of junk. We can get to some actual action here.
I'm ready, Jack.
Let's do some football. So number 3, Des Rodriguez, one of the leading rusher for the Mountaineers, is back to receive the kick, along with appears to be number 21, Amos Rich. No, it's number 2, Jet Benson. So they've got their starting quarterback, and they've got their leading running back to return the kick. So we're 32 minutes late, but we're about to get started. Mileta gives the signal, and there's the kick. High kick.
Deep one.
Benson takes it right inside the goal line, probably about the 1, goes right up the middle, a bit of an opening. Good return. He gets out across the 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers at the 26. They have the first possession of the game after a 25-yard return. Good high kick by Mileta.
Yep. All the way to goal line. Decent return out past the 25.
So as we said, they tend to run the ball a lot like East Lincoln, and a lot of the same formation, a wing back, handoff up the middle. Not much there. Powers his way to about the 29. Well, they'll get him to the 30-yard line. Ball carrier is Des Rodriguez, so it'll be a gain of 4 on first down. Blake Bradford with the tackle for the Mustangs. So 2nd and 6, just underway. Again, another handoff up the middle. The line and the scrum surges. Gets him out to the 35-yard line. Gain of 5, and it's going to be 3rd and short for the Mountaineers. Tuscola not huddling. They just look to the sideline, see which version of the run they're going with next. So Benson takes a snap, hands off up the middle to Rodriguez. He's buried before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Good penetration by East Lincoln on that one, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they might have been lost a little ground there.
Loss of 1 back to the 34-yard line. So Tuscola will punt. Keandre Walker and Markel Clark back to receive. Number 6, Jackson Roten, is the punter. High snap. Kick is off.
Shanks it. It's into the ground.
Oh, that's
barely got to the line of scrimmage.
And it's picked up by East Lincoln.
Picks it up and lateraled.
There's a handoff.
He lateraled it. This
is starting to look like end of a game sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think the referee realized at the last second that wasn't the lateral. We're going to call him for a forward pass, perhaps.
Okay. That was a low kick, drilled it into the back of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, caught it off the toe, bounced right in front of him after he kicked it.
So yet another week where East Lincoln's opponents don't punt very well. We had last week with 2 16-yard punts and then another punt that didn't even get out of the end zone because it went straight up.
Yeah, I think they're calling for a forward lateral.
Yeah, so it's picked up by an East Lincoln player, but a forward lateral, illegal forward pass, so that'll move them back, but they're going to have the football in Mountaineer territory at the 39-yard line. So great field position for their first possession.
39-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs.
Excellent field position.
Normal formation for East Lincoln. 3 wide receivers to the left. Daly in the backfield with Mizell. Mazzell keeps it, goes up the middle, gets tripped up, but not before he gets over 40-yard line down to the 37. They're going to call that a gain of 2. If he didn't get tripped up, he had some more green grass in front of him.
Yeah, rode the fake to Daly as long as he could.
Same formation. Mazzell barks out signals, hands out to Daly this time. Daly starts up the middle, goes out to the left, but there's not much there. Good pursuit. He gets to the 35-yard line. So there'll be a gain of a couple on the play. We've got an injury timeout at the moment. It's number 8, Blaine Connard, limps off the field. For Tuscola. Looks like he's got an issue with his ankle. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs at the 35.
Looks like they're going to throw it.
Throw now while it's not raining as much.
Oh, it's still coming down.
Yeah, not
it's
as
hard
much.
To see. It's light, small drops.
Hand off to Daly up the middle. He's got an opening. He's got a first down and more. He's across the 30 to the 25. Keeps those legs churning, so that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance of Lincolnton first down for the Mustangs. So good running play up the middle, and now they're going to go quickly here, already at the line of scrimmage. Mazzell hands off to Daly again. He goes over the right side. He's got an opening. Almost breaks that. Gets down inside the 15-yard line. That'll be another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. So 2 straight first down carries for Daly. And the the Mustangs are in the red zone. Mazzell keeps it. Hands off to Daly. He goes around the left side. Gets down to about the 10. Brought down by number 44, Andy Brown. And also KJ Vang, who's been on several stops already. So 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs at the 10. Mazzell keeps it, goes up the middle. He's got an opening. 5, touchdown, Mustangs. Number 1, Tyler Mazzell. Quarterback draw up the middle. He's in for the touchdown.
Yep, touchdown, Mazzell, 10-yard run.
It's a Gates Auction of Lincolnton touchdown for the Mustangs, and they lead 6-0 as they march right down the field with their first possession. Now on to attempt the extra point from whatsupshopper.com is Chris Milletta. Hold is by Tyler Mazzell. Snap, hold, kick is up, and Milletta bangs it through. So with 7:52 to go in the first quarter on the First Federal Savings and Bank scoreboard, it's 7-0 East Lincoln. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at NesbittOil.com. Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors, now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
So Milletta's kickoff goes into the end zone on the fly. It'll be a touchback. Tuscola will start at the 20-yard line. Mustangs with a 6-play, 39-yard drive. Didn't take very much time at all. All 6 plays on the ground, rushing plays between Daly and Mazzell, and they have a 7-0 lead. Handoff, nothing much up the middle. Couldn't see who the ball carrier was.
Lost yardage.
But he lost yardage on that play.
Rodriguez again. Minus a yard.
Aiden Terrell buried him. He lost a yard.
He's had 4 carries, lost yardage on 2 of them.
So a good job by the defensive front for East Lincoln up to this point against the very sizable Mountaineer line. So Benson takes the direct snap, goes around the left side. He's got a few yards there, but it's going to be 3rd and long. He gets to the 24-yard line, so it should be about 3rd and 6. So a gain of 5 on the play.
Brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Mountaineers from their own 23-yard line.
2 wide receivers. Throwback.
It's going to be a double pass.
Double pass, and that is thrown away.
Intentional grounding.
I don't know if that'll be intentional grounding or not. There was not a wide receiver in the area code.
I don't know what how
for Tuscola. I'm not
in high school.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is exactly, but
it was outside the
so a little
tackles,
trickeration there. Didn't even come close to being completed. And there's a penalty marker down in the backfield. So they lateraled it back to the quarterback, and then he threw a pass all the way across the field into the flat. And the only players close to that were 2 players from East Lincoln.
Yeah, he was really just tossing her out of bounds at that point.
So it's there wasn't a lot. I mean, he even missed the East Lincoln players by a good 10 yards. So the penalty marker, so unsportsmanlike conduct of some sort on East Lincoln, and that's going to give a Turner Hauser Insurance first down to Tuscola.
Who came out of the game, that'll tell you.
Handoff up the middle. Rodriguez again. Gets hit, spins out of it. So Ben Cutter with the tackle. So Benson keeps it. He goes around the right side, heads for the sideline. He's shoved out of bounds. Tackle made by Nate Stevens. And Hampton Good. But not before another first down for the Mountaineers. They cross midfield to the Mustang 49-yard line. So a little bit better here, aided by a penalty, but now a handoff up the middle. It's Jordan Butler, the 3rd running back. Well, 2 running backs and a quarterback who lead Tuscola in yardage. And Tuscola not wasting much time here. They're lining up on the ball, looking to the sideline. So gain of 6. And it's Jordan Butler again.
Jordan Butler. I thought they said Davis. Maybe that's who tackled him.
Parker Davis was on the tackle. And they give it again to
Butler
again. He goes over the right side. He's got a first down at the 39-yard line. Barely, but a first down.
Must have been able to tell by the marks on the field. Really close to being measured, I thought.
The way it looks, the ball is exactly on the 39-yard line. Nose was right on it.
Penalty
So we'll
really
see.
kept this drive alive for him.
Yeah. Benson goes over the left side. He's got an opening there. Gets into the secondary until he's finally brought down by Landon Gleason. Another good chunk of yardage there.
I'd say the same thing.
Gain of about 7.
Getting them in bunches.
And based on what we saw in the pregame, they averaged 7, 7, and 5 among their running backs, so they're used to getting that kind of yardage. Handoff, it's Butler up the middle. He runs into the scrum.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
Maybe it had something if he bounced to the outside, but he just ran into the pile. So gain of 1. Ball's at the 31, so it'd be 3rd and a short 2. They have to get to the 29-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 2
Benson's got it. He goes over to the left side. He's got enough for the first down. So Tuscola getting their land legs here as they have gotten a few first downs here. Another one for the Mountaineers. 4:13 to go in the first quarter as they trail 7-0. And they're now down to the 26-yard line.
Mountaineers at the Mustang 26-yard line.
Snap, hand off to Butler, and he is drilled in the backfield. Marcel Johnson blew past the blocker, and he hit the running back, Butler, almost before he could get the football.
Yeah, he's trying to take that handoff, go the other way with it.
Wasn't that a Bubba Smith thing? Light commercials years ago? I just tore it out till I find the one with the ball. Passing play, here we go. Throw downfield. Benson looking for a wide receiver down there. That was Bryant Onasia. He was the intended receiver, but the ball was out of bounds. He led him too much and was outside the sideline in the end zone.
Just about threw it onto the track.
So 3rd and 11. Benson keeps it, goes over the left side. He's got some room, but he gets stacked up before he can get close to the first down. He gets to about the 27. From the 27 down to the 22, so a gain of 5, but that's going to make it 4th and 7.
He stopped it. Back state.
And 7 for the Mountaineers at the Mustang 22-yard line.
So the play clock is running down. Tuscola's not sure what they want to do here. Play clock's at 5, and Coach Brookshire calls a timeout. So we've got 3:07 to go. It's 7-0 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. And Mustangs and the Mountaineers will go to their coaching staffs and talk over what they want to do on this 4th down. Well, they've already run one trick play. Poorly.
Yeah.
It didn't work anywhere at all.
Got the penalty, the big one.
That's the thing.
Kept his drive going.
And then since that point, they have ripped off pretty steady chunks of yardage for the most part until they got down here. This particular set of downs got stacked on first down. Got stacked up on first down, and they've been behind the chains this whole time. So 4th and 7 from the 23. It's been all running tonight except for one pass there just a minute ago. And now they come out in 4 wide receiver set, 1 in the backfield.
Is that a different quarterback?
Yeah. Yes, it is. That's number 11, James Propest. We got a reverse handoff. They're in the backfield. A lot of penetration by East Lincoln. They tried the double reverse. It did not work. So again, more trick plays there. But Marcel Johnson, among others, were in the backfield and made the play. So they'll turn it over on downs. 3 minutes to go exactly in the first quarter. And East Lincoln will take over on their 25-yard line. Looking around, we can see there's quite a few umbrellas up again, so the rain is still coming down, not heavy. We'll see if East wants to actually air it out. So far they haven't. Chris Daly takes it up the middle. He's got an opening. He's across the 50, across the 40. He's just tripped up and brought down by KJ Vang, who's been in on a lot of tackles for Tuscola already. But he gets down to the 37-yard line. 38-yard run. Daly again up the middle. They found something. He sidesteps, works his way out toward the sideline. He's still going down to the 15, but a flag's thrown in late downfield. We may have holding on a wide receiver. Great run by Daly. Gets into the hole, sidesteps a couple tackles, keeps going forward. KJ Vang with yet another tackle. He's got to be on 6 or 7 already this game.
And a holding call going against the Mustangs.
So they will get some yardage on the play. It'll be marked back from where the foul occurred, which was the 15-yard line. So it goes back to the 30. 1st and 4. That's a weird number. You don't usually see that. So play clock at 10. East still looking over at the sideline. They need to move along. Play clock at 3 to get the snap off in time. Fumble in the backfield. Mizell mixed up the handoff with Daly.
There's Cutter back there. That play.
Oh, is it Cutter?
Taking a breather, yeah.
Okay, Daly's on the sideline. Cutter was the intended handoff. They never made the connection. Ball came free. Mizell fell on it, but a loss of 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. So they were in good shape at 1st and 4, but they lost 5 on that play. So far they have run every play. Now here's the pass. He goes to throw it to Jackson Beam. Beam's got it on the sideline. Just catches it off the top of the grass. It's ruled a completion. He goes to the left sideline and gets to the 31-yard line. So gain of 6. Low throw, but a good scoop on that catch by Beam. Daly back in the backfield. And at this point, East Lincoln says they're going to take a timeout. 1:24 to go in the first quarter. Looking to drive down the field for another score. They had the big run by Daly of 38 yards, put them in plus territory. But then it's kind of stalled there. They had another good run. Penalty called that back. And they're looking at 3rd down and 4 from the 32-yard line. Looking at the flag down at the end of the field. It's a pretty good breeze, but it seems to be going more across the field. So I don't think it'll be a problem with being straight into the wind or straight downwind. It's going to be more of a crosswind if anybody's kicking or throwing the ball tonight. So the teams are back on the field. 3rd and 4. Mustangs looking for a 1st down and more. Hand off to Daly. He's got an opening over the left side. Goes around the blocker, down the sideline. 10, 5, and he's tackled. Steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line, it's ruled. But it's going to be another Turner Hauser Insurance 1st down. For the Mustangs, it's going to be 1st and goal. So another good run by Chris Daly. So 1st and 7 from the 7. Handoff, Daly up the middle, runs into the pile. The pile moves forward a little bit, so he's inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. Looked like he just ran into the line of scrimmage, but the pile had moved 3 yards. Daly already with his 8th carry of the game, and he's over 100 yards.
He's right on it. And that's if I added correctly that last one. Could have been off by 5 yards or so. I think I got it right.
Close enough. Yeah. We're not the official stats, but it gives you a good idea what's going on. Chris Daly already off to a great start here in the first quarter. 23 seconds left. Snap to Mizell. He scrambles. He's being chased in the backfield. Gets around the right side. Heads for the sideline. Dives.
And knocks over the pylon.
And it's a touchdown. He did get the pylon. So Tyler Mizell with a 4-yard scramble for a touchdown. And East Lincoln gets another Gates auction touchdown. And it's now 13-0 East Lincoln with just 11 seconds to go in the quarter. He almost got tripped up in the backfield. got away from that, and then began the sprint to the pylon, and he got there. So a touchdown for the Mustangs. And the What's Up Shopper extra point coming up. Milletta on to kick again. Snap, hold, kick is up. Line drive is good. So with 11 seconds to go, it's 14-0 East Lincoln. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
The big new Skag mowers have arrived at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. It's the best commercial and residential mower on the market today. Nothing mows like a Skag. And also check out 44 feet of Diablo saw blades in stock, along with Marshalltown concrete tools and Redbird irrigation products and repair. Commercial pricing available, plus military and first responder discounts at the all-new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
Bank scoreboard, Chris Milletta kicks off again, and this time the receiver for Tuscola doesn't even bother going back as he bombs it 5 yards into the end zone for another touchback. And Tuscola will start again from the 20-yard line. Their third possession of the game, but now they're trailing 14-0. Snap, Benson keeps it, works his way around the right sides, being chased. He'll get a few yards on that, but good pursuit there by number 4, Jalen Roseborough, and number 24, Marcel Johnson. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Score is East Lincoln 14, Tuscola 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Back at East Lincoln, the second quarter has started. It's a handoff up the middle. Nothing new for Tuscola, and nothing much there on that play.
Rodriguez.
Ball carrier looked to be Rodriguez again. He disappeared into a pile of humanity, so we're assuming it was him. He seemed to be the last player to come out of there. So 3rd and 3. Handoff, Benson keeps it, goes around the right side. He's going to have the first down. He gets across the 30, out to the 33. It'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mountaineers. So now from the 33, another 1st and 10. Hand off to Riley Nolan. He goes over the right side. He came in to replace Rodriguez. Give him a bit of a rest. Good gain on first down. Looks to be about 4, almost 5 yards. So Riley Nolan, number 33, with that carry. Hampton Good with the tackle. Hampton had an interception last week. Did he have 2?
But he had 2.
He had 2.
Got
That's
the
right.
Defensive player of the game.
So Hampton Good with the tackle.
He hard pressed to get an interception tonight.
You'd be very hard pressed to do that. They've only thrown it one time. Another handoff. This time goes over the right side again. That seems to be their. Oh, it's Benson. Right side seems to be the favorite side they run to.
Must like their blockers over there.
So he keeps it, gains 3. It'll be 3rd and 2.
He's leading them in rushing yards and attempts by quite a bit. Got 41 yards, 16 for Rodriguez. 2 more attempts.
Handoff to Nolan. Nolan does not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Might have lost some. Yeah.
Looked like Hampton Good again on the tackle. Oh, that was Des Rodriguez that time.
It's 33.
It's 33? Okay. 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. They're going to see if they can draw them off.
That's all they're trying to do. They ain't going to go for it.
I don't think they're going to actually.
Not there now, my 14.
Now they're bringing in a bunch of subs.
You got to call time. You can't just change out personnel from the sideline to the line once they're set.
And they do take a timeout because they
still hit with a penalty.
They still had 18 on the play clock.
Yeah, if they done broke the huddle and gotten set.
Did they huddle?
Probably not, but they were all set on the ball. I don't think you can go from being set to changing personnel.
I don't know, but we won't know now. They call timeout. We would have found out.
Should have hit them with a penalty. They actually got 12. They got 11 guys, and all of a sudden 4 extra guys come running in from the sidelines. How's the defense supposed to adjust to that in any according manner? You don't even know who's in the play and who isn't.
Well, usually in the college level, you'll see the one referee come in, stand over the center, or hold up the quarterback, and then he'll get out of the way when the substitutions are done. But that was so late, there was no way East was going to get any subs in.
Draw them off.
So they're going to punt. They still would take an offside at this point, I'm sure. So there's a punt, and this is actually a pretty decent kick.
Well, it didn't hit anybody in the back anyway.
It actually was airborne.
He shanked it a little bit. It went out of bounds.
It did go sideways. They're still running up to where the ball is going to be.
Yeah, it went out of bounds a good 8 or 10 before it landed. So it was a pretty good-looking kick from here, but couldn't quite see that it veered hard, right? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like drives on the golf course. It may look good, but you better see how much is going sideways.
Back when I played, our kicking game struggled so much. I can't tell you how many punts landed in the cheerleading pit. In the stands, I've seen 2 balls punted backwards.
First down, Mazzell throws over the middle. He's got a receiver. The reception's made. It's Keandre Walker, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. A 59-yard touchdown strike.
He pulled up lame, though. He's grabbing a hamstring.
Did he? Yep. Or is he just slowing down?
No, I could see him start to limp as he got to the goal line.
He did strain his hamstring a bit on that one. He is limping off to the sideline. So a great strike. Mazzell hits Walker dead in stride on a post pattern. He takes it all the way in, so we've got another Gates auction touchdown for the Mustangs, and it's 20-0, pending the What's Up Shopper PAT. So Milletta getting a lot of kicking practice tonight with Rojas doing soccer. Snap, kick, and it is good. So with 9:23 to go on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, Mustangs 21, Mountaineers 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vale. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupchopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Back at East Lincoln, Mileta with the kickoff. Low line drive, bounces right to the up back. Taken by Benson at the 3-yard line. He runs all the way across the field. What a great open field tackle.
One-on-one. He's running full speed. Caught him nice and square.
Wrapped him up in the legs, and he was going nowhere.
Yeah, got no help from anybody else. It was a fine solo tackle, about the best I've seen. Good form. Went through the guy. And Benson, again, their leading rusher offensively. So that was an excellent tackle there for special teams. Good coverage.
So 22-yard return.
Oh, Rodriguez found a little hole.
Yeah, he did. Rodriguez gets a hole again over the right side. They've run from the center over to the right tackle.
Blasted right through there for 11.
Gain of 11. Gets a first down. Ball out.
He got those first 10 in about half a second, it seemed like.
It didn't take long.
Well, ref's got an equipment malfunction here. Got a player got to fix his uniform. Had to come out for the play. Nope. Gonna let him stay on the field. Just had to square away his uniform. Benson on the keeper to the right. Just finds a yard or two around the right edge. Call it 3. Be generous. Maybe even 4. A little more than I thought. Far side of the field.
Number 2, Jake Benson on the keeper. Top by number 7, Anthony Good, and number 9, Ben Cutter. Number 4 on the carry is going to bring up 2nd and 6.
So gain of 4 on the play. Thanks, Jason, as we were coughing
problem.
up a lung. Man in motion, going to the right, sets, handoff. Benson keeps it, again, over the right side. I sound like a broken record, but that's where they've been going all night.
So he tried to cut that one back in, didn't find much. Just 1 yard that time.
Gets out to the 46, so that'll be 3rd and a short 5 or a long 4, depending on how you want to look at it.
Ironically, it's his 46. So it's the 41 he's on. Just 46th yard tonight. Not counting that good kick return. 3rd down, a big one.
3rd and 5.
Looking for Ben Cutter to make a big stop.
Quick throw out to the side. He's got a receiver. He's got a receiver. It was number 13, Bryant Oxia.
Short.
But he's brought down short of the first down. They get out to the 45-yard line. So Ben Cutter does make the tackle. He flared out, followed the receiver out into the flat. So it's 4th and 1. They're going to go for it at their own 45-yard line, trailing 21-0. This is going to be close. Benson kept it. He gets a favorable spot from the looks of things.
Yeah,
I'm not sure he got to the 46, and they've got him to the 46.5. So it will be a first down, a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mountaineers.
Draws a few boos from the crowd.
Not sure that was the best spot, but it is what it is, and it'll be first down for the Mountaineers.
Every time they're going to pass, they put that other quarterback in. I don't even think Benson's a true quarterback. I think he's in there as second running back.
Well, he's the one that's thrown the most for him. Over the right side, it's number 26, Jordan Butler. Butler, again, over the right side. Big hole this time. So he gets across the 40-yard line to the 39. They're into Mustang territory. And at this point, there's a timeout called by East Lincoln. So good run there by Butler. That's been the big trio for them. Benson, Rodriguez, and Butler. They've thrown it all of twice this game, an out pattern and then a long flag pattern over in the one end zone that, like you said, almost landed on the track. It was so far out of bounds. We're looking down here on the sideline. Keandre Walker is away from everybody else. Keeps clutching the back of his leg, keeps trying to stretch it out. I'm not sure if we'll see him again tonight. We'll see how cautious the East Lincoln staff is with him.
Yeah, they hit his helmet already.
So 1st and 10, quick out pattern thrown out to the right. Not much there. Maybe a yard on the play. Passes to Rodriguez.
Number 13, Brian Lucia. Okay.
So they say no gain on the pass. It was to Ancia. Rodriguez was trying to get out there and block in front of him. But a good tackle by the East Lincoln defense for no gain. 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle. This time, actually a little more on the left side.
Didn't get but a couple. Good stop, maybe 2. 1.5.
So he gets down to the 37-yard line, of 37 and a half, so gain of 2 if we're generous.
Yeah.
Another tackle by Niera and Ben Cutter. Doing a good job trying to bottle up this Tuscola offense. Benson alone in the backfield. He's back, looking. He's flushed out of the pocket by Johnson already, but he's got a lot of room down the sideline. He was trying to get to the first down marker and got nailed out of bounds.
There, though. He got the first.
But he did get the first down.
Pick up the 10. Didn't need but 9. It was a big 3rd down pickup. Like I said, they faked the little pass and then ran it.
Yeah, Benson was the only one in the backfield. He got nailed out of bounds by Jalen Roseborough, but not before a Turner Hauser Insurance first down. So the play clock is down to 8. There's a bit of a delay getting up to the line of scrimmage. 5. They should get it off in time. They do. Handoff up the middle. It's Butler. Butler spins out of one tackle. He's going to have another first down as he gets down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. Cutter again on the tackle.
Still hadn't had an answer for him on this drive.
Not on this one. They've been steadily moving the ball. Benson again over the right side. Not much there, but he is able to squirm forward for a couple yards. He gets to the 14. That should be a gain of 3. Well, one thing's for sure, when you have a running attack like this, the clock goes fast. We're down to 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Mountaineers trailing by 21, but their first real threat of the game. Handoff up the middle. Butler runs into the pile, tries to work outside of it, falls forward for a couple more. He gets down to about the 12.
Defender loses the helmet. He'll have to come out for a play.
Gain of 2. So 3rd and 5 from the 12. Clock rolling right around 4 minutes. Best drive of the night for Tuscola. Ball is on the 12. Benson hands off up the middle. Rodriguez hit in the backfield, but is able to squirm forward. Gets a couple yards. He's inside the 10 down to the 9. So that should be about 4th and 2, I would guess.
They'll go for it for sure.
And they're going to take, I believe that's their final timeout of the half already. Yes. So they will take a timeout. Let's keep it here so we don't miss the 4th down play. And let's see. I guess it's going to be a run. If they throw the ball, I think they'll surprise everybody, including their own fans. The question is just who's going to get the ball. Benson.
Bet it goes to the right.
And it most likely will go to the right. That has been their favored side all evening. So 3:32 to go now in the half. It'll be 4th and 2. So 4th down and 2. So the teams are back on the field. One wide receiver. It's the normal set for Tuscola. They're on the 9. They've got to get 2 yards, a long 2, to keep this drive going. And they actually go to the left. It's Benson again. It'll depend on the spot.
No, he didn't get there.
It'll depend on the spot because the referee on this side is clear down to almost the 5-yard line.
Well, that's way too much.
And they're saying it's a 1st down. He got a very favorable spot. He was hit and knocked backwards. The East Lincoln fan base not happy with that spot.
Didn't look like he got it.
There have been a couple generous ones here. Handoff up the middle. It's Riley Noland. 1st and goal for. And the spot looks like it's going to be between the 1 and the 2-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 2. There was another one here at midfield we didn't think he got to.
And he did way too much.
They're being very generous, the referee on this side. Nolan up the middle, waiting on a signal. They're running into the pile to see where he is. No signal yet. He's going to be short.
Fans still complaining about that last call.
So Riley Nolan carries up the middle. Maybe a gain of a ½ yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal, about 1.5 yards to go. Benson keeps it, goes over the left side. He's hit in the backfield. Who was that?
22.
Parker Davis with a great blitz in from the side. Davis came flying in from the side around the lineman, drags him down for no gain. It's 4th and goal. Benson, hands off, up the middle. There's a pile there. It's going to depend. The referees are coming in to take a look. East Lincoln players are signaling he's short.
They ain't give a signal yet. They about can't. They ain't like you're going to dig him out the pile and be like, yep, there's where he got to.
And he's short.
Big goal
East
line
Lincoln
stand.
is held 4 plays inside the 5-yard line, and they don't give in.
5 plays, really?
Well, inside the 5?
Counting the one the ref gave him.
Oh, okay. I get what you're getting at.
Had him stopped on 4th down last drive.
I'm a little dense. So 1:47 to go in the first half. East Lincoln stops Tuscola at the goal line multiple times.
Defense fired up. Being Cutter limping a little bit unless my eyes deceive me.
So we'll see what we do here from their own end zone. Mazzell comes up under center, just burrows behind the tackle and guard just to get them a little wiggle room because the ball was almost in the end zone.
We got maybe 1 yard. Who was that carrying that?
Mazzell kept it. He came up and took the snap and then just burrowed behind the right guard to give him a little room. So he's out to about the 2.5-yard line now. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Just trying to let the clock run here. There's nothing that Tuscola can do to stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. So I think you'll see the Mustangs run it all the way down as far as they can.
You know, just have to get it out of the end zone each play.
Yep. Well, just Mazzell behind center. It got him another yard there to work with. And they're going to take their final timeout. They let the play clock run all the way down to 1. The game clock is down to exactly 1 minute to go in the quarter. So if they can run this one out here.
Make it last 5 seconds or so.
Well, if it's a 40-second play clock, 240 seconds or 80, they should be able to run out the half here. Just keep it out of the end zone. The defense did a good job of keeping it out of the end zone. Now the offense has to. Seconde Walker out on the field again, running, trying to loosen up. He is in the lineup right now. I don't think they'll be throwing to him in this situation. So it's safe for him to be there.
Oh, we might fool him with the deep bomb right here. Take a shot. Little fake hand, little play action. All go.
Markel Clark. Walker is a decoy. Throw it to Clark.
Yep.
Or you can throw it to your Wes Welker type, Jackson Beam.
Play action streaks, send them deep. Get behind the second.
Walker.
They're all playing within 8 yards of the ball.
Yeah,
they wanted to take a shot.
There is no one past the 10-yard line.
I think they're bringing it. Little zero, cover zero. Yeah.
So Mazzell, now that he has room, takes a knee, stays out of the end zone. Clock is running.
Fake take a knee and go deep.
So 35 seconds. We've got about a 15-second differential on the play clock to the game clock.
And the Tuscola coaches can do nothing but watch helplessly.
No timeouts. So you'll see East Lincoln run this down as far as they can. I don't even know if that was ready for play. And he does take a knee, so that will be the end of the first half. A good first half for East Lincoln. Is that on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's East Lincoln 21, Tuscola 0. And we're going to have a shorter halftime than we've had lately. No homecoming, no senior night things to deal with. So the play clock is now run out. That's the end of the first half. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout and come back with halftime show brought to you by Unrivaled Metal Buildings. So again, we'll be back in 4 minutes on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
They are here. The full line of famous Skag mowers now in stock at Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. Come in and see the full lineup. Stand-up mowers, sit-down zero-turn mowers, push mowers, walk-behinds, and they even carry the Skag debris loaders. Special this month, the Skag Tiger Cat 2, 48-inch cut mower, 26 horsepower Yamaha engine, now $99.99, or finance it for 48 months at $235 per month. Come in for the details at your new Skag dealer, Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too. Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at nesbitoil.com.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
Tired of pests and bugs around your house? Do you see signs of termites, wet basement or crawl space, mold or mildew? Call the best. Call Neeline Cole, a local termite and pest control and moisture and water control business located in Bowling Springs. Voted the best for 12 years running. They have the skills and experience to help make your home more comfortable, to save you money on your energy bills, or to inspect the home you're buying for prior or present costly damage. Call Neeline Cole today at 704-434-9411 for a free estimate. Use the best. Neeline Cole, proudly serving the Carolinas.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts too, one big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles are available at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. They probably have the vehicle you've been looking for. And right now, make no payment for 60 days on the new or used vehicles. And now, take $500 off any new or used vehicle when you mention this radio ad. Yes, this radio ad is worth $500. Be sure to mention it when you arrive at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. Located at 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at ClassicVWGastonia.com. See their page at WhatsUpShopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world-class for the working class.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
And he's also thrown for one, and he hadn't thrown it but twice. Again, the weather is not really conducive to throwing it around like they like to. So only 2 passes here in the first half. One went to 80 beam for 5 yards, and another was a big 59-yard strike to Walker, who accounted for the other touchdown. So Mazzell in on all 3, 2 on the ground, throwing one that went for 56 yards to Walker. Or excuse me, 59 yards to Walker. So 3 touchdowns in the first half for East Lincoln, 117 on the ground, 64 through the air.
191.
On 181 total.
181, okay. So we're here at halftime. The band has decided they want to keep their instruments from. They're probably not going to handle this weather too well. We've got a pretty steady rain now. It's not heavy, but it has been steady here most of the second quarter. That rain we were seeing on the radar coming up from Charlotte is here. So, yeah, I think we will be dealing with that rain most of the second half. So that's it for the stats here at halftime. We're going to take another long break, 3.5 minutes. And we'll be back with more on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
They are here. The full line of famous Skag mowers now in stock at Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln. Come in and see the full lineup. Stand-up mowers, sit-down zero-turn mowers, push mowers, walk-behinds, and they even carry the Skag debris loaders. Special this month, the Skag Tiger Cat 2 48-inch cut mower, 26 horsepower Yamaha engine, now $99.99, or finance it for 48 months at $235 per month. Come in for the details at your new Skag dealer, Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles are available at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. They probably have the vehicle you've been looking for. And right now, make no payment for 60 days on the new or used vehicles. And now, take $500 off any new or used vehicle when you mention this radio ad. Yes, this radio ad is worth $500. Be sure to mention it when you arrive at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. Located at 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at ClassicVWGastonia.com. See their page at WhatsUpShopper.com and like them on Facebook too. Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com. At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include four-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
Maiden is still trying to play tomorrow night. Good luck with that. Not sure how that'll work, but they're going to give it a try. So, an update from up in Asheboro, East Lincoln Soccer. So the Asheboro East Lincoln soccer game, fourth round soccer game up in Asheboro tonight, where Helmut Rojas and company are at. It is 1-0.
1-0.
1-0 is the soccer term for it. So the score was 1-0 and Asheboro is leading. So that is your soccer update, and that's about all the knowledge I have about soccer. There are some other scores we're trying to get here. Lincolnton and Monroe didn't start until 7:30, so they're just underway. Shelby and Burns, that started at 7 o'clock. Shelby took the opening kickoff and had to punt. On their first possession, the Bulldogs scored 28-yard touchdown run. Then the extra point made it 7-0. Then Burns recovered a Shelby fumble, and Thompson ran for another touchdown. So they're up 14-0 the last I saw. And it's not a surprise. Burns beat Shelby last game of the regular season to win the conference title. Preston Oak Grove, I don't see anything on that. Bunker Hill, let's see. Bunker Hill has a 14-7 lead on Community School of Davidson at the end of the first quarter. And I'm going from memory, so that's never good. But Community School of Davidson and Bunker Hill, where'd my notes go? Oh, they're on this. Yeah, the winner of Bunker Hill Community School of Davidson will play the winner of Mount Pleasant Maiden in the third round next week. So you could have another Bunker Hill Maiden matchup in the playoffs. They already played in the regular season since they're in the same conference. And East Lincoln Ashboro, the winner of that soccer game, will play the winner of High Brighton and Hickory. So we're ready to go here in the second half, third quarter. Actually going to be a kickoff now for. So Walker is back to receive the kick. Nolan Martin is going to kick off.
I don't know if that was intentional or not.
If it was supposed to be an onside kick, it wasn't a very good one.
No.
It got to the 47, was easily recovered. LJ Forney falls on it, and it'll be East Lincoln ball in good field position at their own 46. It's a good thing I teach math. I'm so good with numbers tonight. Holy moly.
East Lincoln
So
up 21 gets the ball here to start the second half.
So handoff to Daly, goes around the right side. He's got some room, sidesteps one tackler, gets across midfield before he's brought down. Tackle made by number 19, Sayed Jackson.
Buck here by number 8, Chris Daly. Brought down by number 19. And a 6, Sayed Jackson.
So gain of 6 on the play to the 48. They're now into plus territory, 2nd and 4.
See the rain coming down now.
Yeah, if we
Looks
look
a little thick out there.
Yeah, if we look along the edge of the track where the water drains to, you can see it's raining a little heavier than it was in the first half. So handoff to Daly again, not much there. He's going to lose a couple yards back to midfield. I don't think we'll see the ball in the air much for East Lincoln with a 21-point lead at this time, unless they're trying to surprise them. So another generous spot. They got him to the 49-yard line. It's still a loss of 1, but it didn't seem like he got that far.
That's our first run for a loss. We don't need the generous spot when we lost a yard. We need it when we're trying to pick up a first on third down like they did. Or actually, it was fourth down.
Yeah.
When they got that good spot.
Got the 1, yeah. There's no way he got that far. Snap to Mizell. Back. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver out to the side. It's Walker. Walker gets around one defender, gets across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Mustangs. But there's one small problem. Walker's having a little trouble getting up. He's up. Not seem to be getting around all that well in between plays. You throw the ball to him, adrenaline will do wonders for how you feel.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 36. Handoff goes to Daly again around the right side. He's got good room. Gets across the 35. He's tackled there by Julius Alberon. So he gets to the 32-yard line. Good gain on the play. Gain of about 4. Mustangs with 3 to the short side of the field. And it's a handoff going the other way. It's Jalen Roseborough. He's got room. He's out in the flat. He's in the open. Gets down to the 5.
Got a bunch of flags down.
And they're signaling touchdown. It took a minute for the referees to signal. There's one small problem. There are 3 penalty markers laying around the 35-yard line, so there's a good chance this one will come back. Nice run by Roseboro, but we've got a chop block on Tuscola, so it will stand.
Were they blocking for us?
I don't know. They called a chop block on the defensive team, so Jalen Roseboro scores.
Can the defensive team even be blocking?
You got me on that one. I am not one to be lost for words, but I am on this one.
They want to know if we want it on the kickoff or the extra point now.
I'm sure they'll take it on the kickoff. So it's a touchdown for the Mustangs. Another Gates auction touchdown. This time Jalen Roseboro with a long run around the left side. Extra point to come up. Snap, hold. Maletta gets it up, and good. So with 9:25 to go in the third quarter, it's East Lincoln 28, Tuscola 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
So the penalty has been assessed against Tuscola. The Mustangs will kick off from the Tuscola 45. Will it go through the uprights? Not quite. Just short, bounced off the bottom of the goalpost. So it'll be a touchback. The only drama there was, would he get it through the uprights with a 15-yard head start? Gave it a good try, but it didn't quite get there. So it'll be 1st and 10 again at the 20-yard line. Tuscola with their first possession of the second half. Benson keeps it around the right side.
Good Lord, look at the 4 yard.
So good run there for 4 yards. We're getting some updates. South Point 6-0 over Dudley. We'll get some more after this. 2nd and 6. Handoff to Rodriguez up the middle. Breaks through the scrum a little bit, but then gets wrapped up in the secondary. Gets out to the 29-yard line, so a gain of 5 on that play. Other scores, Burns now 21-0 over Shelby. Bunker Hill still 14-7 over Community School of Davidson. So 3rd and 1. Hand off Benson over the right side. He's got the first down. Gets across the 35-yard line to the 37, but the clock is rolling, or will be. Chase leads Robinson 28-14. Crest over Oak Grove. We thought Crest would be able to go up there and play well against Oak Grove. They're up 7-0. This game's been a blowout so far. So Tuscola, for some reason, is now taking a timeout. Is it an injury or is it a...
We have a timeout, Tuscola.
No, it was an official's timeout. Okay, we got that clarified from the referee. So 1st and 10, Turner Hauser Insurance first down on the last play. Handoff up the middle. Gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more. Not much there. Given the size of the Tuscola offensive line, I mean, they're averaging close to 300 pounds. East Lincoln's done a really good job standing up to them tonight. So gain of 2. Benson keeps it, goes up the middle, into the scrum. He might get another couple yards or so on that, but that's about it. I'm not sure you can be satisfied just getting 2 or 3 yards of play here when you're trailing by 28.
Yeah, in the second half.
And Tuscola, obviously being heavy run,
keep the clock rolling.
They're not exactly set up as a comeback team.
They have to start passing at some point. See how long it takes them to figure that out.
So the only blowout is this game right here. It's 28-0. East Lincoln. Tuscola with the ball. Snap goes past the quarterback. He's just going to fall on it, but it's all the way back to the 27-yard line. That'll be a loss of 15 on the play. Benson had to fall on it. Snap went sailing past him. It's going to be 4th and very long. Now the question here is, will the punt get to the first down marker? It's 4th and a lot. The kicking issues. Punt. This one's a high, good kick. This one, best one of the night. Fielded.
He dropped it, but he scooped
and he goes
it up
backwards. Down. He must have had his knee down. So this will be down at the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. It's finishing up the scoreboard. Andrews leaves Mountain Island Charter 7-0. East Wilkes 21-6 over Murphy, and Reedsville with a 14-10 lead over Providence Grove. Those are all the scores we have at this point. Again, it's kind of crazy here. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Comfortable 28-0 lead, about halfway through the 3rd quarter. Not quite a running clock yet, but they're not far from it either. Now the snap goes over the top of Mazzell. He can't get it back. Mazzell tried to fall on it, and it's recovered by Tuscola. So the rain's starting to have a little bit of an effect here. These long snaps to quarterbacks in the shotgun, all of a sudden look like they've come out of a shotgun. So the turnover gives Tuscola the ball at the 25-yard line. Their best field position of the game. But they haven't been able to punch it into the end zone yet. We'll have to see if they're able to this time. Another fumble. Benson is able to pick it up this time, but he's going to lose yardage. He's going to lose about 4, maybe 5 yards. So the wet football starting to cause issues. The center for Tuscola just ran over to the sideline. They handed him a towel, and he's tucked it into the front of his football pants. So they're having some issues here. 53 is Graham McClelland. Junior offensive lineman is the center. 2 bad snaps in a row. This one gets there. Handoff. It's Butler up the middle. He's still on his feet, still going. Not quite to the first down, but Butler kept battling. And he gets down inside the 20-yard line. Tuscola's now in the red zone. But it'll be 3rd down and about 4. Snap to Benson, goes over the left side, a little bit of an opening. He's going to be close to the first down. Again, it'll depend on the spot. Benson keeps it. So Cutter with a tackle. And Aiden Terrell. So the ball is marked at the 16-yard line. 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. Nothing to lose here. Handoff up the middle. Butler should have the first down. Looks like he's across the 15-yard line. So no spot issues on this one. He's far enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Mountaineers.
Brought down by number 72, Josh Gilbert, and number 92, Zamir Ross.
So first down. Handoff up the middle again, Butler. He's hit almost immediately, but is able to pull forward and get back to the line of scrimmage and a couple more. Gets down to the 11-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 3. Cutter on the tackle. Again, with help from Aiden Terrell. So we're down to 3:47. Clock's running almost continuously here. Tuscola not stopping it. No incompletes to stop it. Benson over the right side gets a bit of an opening, then's met by 3 Mustang defenders. Forward progress. Forward progress gets him a gain of 2 on the play. So that'll put the ball on the 9-yard line, 3rd and 5. One wide receiver very far out to the left. Plays on the right hash, hand up to Nolan up the middle. He's going to be close to the first down. But he's going to be a couple yards short. He gets to the 5-yard line. So they're in this situation again. Tuscola getting near the end zone. East Lincoln, will their defense stiffen again?
They got 3 on the carries, so we got 4th and 2 for the Mountaineers.
So timeout taken by the Mustangs. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County Playoff Game of the Week.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
That's going nowhere. That's going nowhere. We're back here at East
Pretty
Lincoln.
sure we got 12 people on the field.
4th down. Benson came up behind center, took the snap, and then burrowed behind a lineman. Another good spot for Tuscola for a first down.
I'm telling you, we got 12 guys on the field. We had 12 on the field last play. They're just letting us play with 12.
That's not a bad thing.
That's the second play in a row they've let us have 12 defenders.
Hand off to Nolan. He tries to get to the goal line. He's going to be stopped short.
They're hard to count, but we've got 12 people out there, 100%. Yeah, there it comes.
Flag just went up.
I finally noticed.
Okay, by number 33, Riley Nolan. Stopped by number 72, Josh.
How do you line up defensively when you have an extra man out there and don't even know it? I mean, you got to know where you're supposed to be. They've got 100% have 12 guys out there.
Yeah, I'm counting 12 as well.
Have they still not noticed?
I don't think they've noticed yet.
We had 12 last play and didn't stop it.
They've had 12 on the field for 3 straight plays. East Lincoln.
Yeah, we've still got 12 out there. Count them. We've got 12 out there right now.
Now, handoff this time. They get in the end zone despite the extra man.
Defender.
Despite the extra man, Tuscola finally dents the end zone, and it's 28-6, awaiting the What's Up Shopper extra point. So again, there's been some favorable spots, and East Lincoln had 12 on the field. Snap, hold, the kick is up.
Extra point is good, number 12.
So Nolan Martin with the extra point. And with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's Mustangs 28. And the Mountaineers now 7.
For a whole series, we had 12 players.
Yep, for at least 3 plays, there were 12 players on the field for the Mustangs, no call. So we're sitting here, I counted 2-3 times after you said it.
Yeah, it was no doubt.
Yeah, it's
that whole series.
At least 3 plays.
It's ever since the timeout. We'll try it again next drive.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why they gave up the touchdown this time. They had 12. They did better with 11. You never know.
How do you line up when you have an extra man? How do you not be like, you're in my spot? You know what I mean? It's like somebody's.
So we've got the hands team in for East Lincoln.
Running that 5-3 dime.
5-3 dime. You got 10 players for East Lincoln within 5 yards of the 50-yard line. Only Keandre Walker is back to receive if they actually kick it. So Martin will kick off. So Burns is pulling away from Shelby, and it's kind of bounced down the field. Walker picks it up, gets towards the left sideline. He's upended, and he's still grabbing at his leg. Gets out to the 25-yard line. Yeah, he's grabbing at the leg. He's still down on the field. So Burns is pulling away from Shelby. This may be the first year I can remember Shelby doesn't get at least to the third or fourth or even the Western final in the playoffs. That's a down year for them. So Walker
out of the game now.
Needs to be out of the game.
They should have hit his helmet the first time.
You can't trust the kids to give you a straight answer. They want to play.
No, he talked them into that at halftime.
I'm sure he did. So he's up, not walking too well. So out-of-town soccer score. Ashboro has defeated East Lincoln, so their season is over. They are 18-5-2, getting to the fourth round of the playoffs, just one short of going to the state semis. So 1-0 is the final in the soccer game here. On the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's 28-7, East Lincoln in control. They have the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Man in motion. It's Markel Clark, but Mazzell slips out the backside. He's got open space, scoots out of bounds, gain of 13, and a first down. Nice design there. Most of the receivers were to the right side of the formation. Mazzell slips out through the left side and gets the first down at the 38-yard line. Another Turner Hauser Insurance first down. Same formation here. 3 wide receivers to the right. Handoff is Daly. Not much there. He's met at the line of scrimmage. So the tackle made by the 62, Jesse Bledsoe.
No gain.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, brings that 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
But importantly, the clock is running.
Yep, no loss either, and then lost time.
Mazzell rolls out to the right, looks downfield. He's looking for Markel Clark, but he overthrows him, and it'll be incomplete.
Pass was incomplete. Intended for number 3, Markel Clark.
It's hard to tell. It's Markel Clark. He's got a hoodie hanging out the back of his uniform, covers up his number.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs.
So the wide receivers right now for the Mustangs, you've got Clark, Shropshire, Beam on this side, and on the far side of the field, Landon Gleason.
Wouldn't think that would be legal, have a hoodie hanging out.
Well, is it a horse collar if you grab by that?
We have a penalty marker on the play.
So a legal procedure on the Mustangs. Play clock was only at 6, so it wasn't that. So they will lose 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 15. It's about the longest third down they've had all night.
8 some more clock.
Even we adding it up at halftime, Tuscola had run 38 plays. East Lincoln only 16, but they were ahead 21-0.
Yep.
Mazzell back to pass, flush out of the pocket, throws it over the middle, looking for Clark again, going
Good
across.
Screen, but he
threw it behind him.
He threw it right.
He threw it back behind him, and so for the first time tonight, East Lincoln is going to have to punt.
Number 26, Gordon Butler on the coverage for the Mountaineers.
So Ben Cutter will be in to punt.
So bring up a 4th down.
Back to receive the kick is quarterback Jet Benson for the Mountaineers. Sideline warning again for Tuscola. I think that's about the 2nd time. Snap back to Cutter. He does a bit of the rugby stuff. Low kick.
East Lincoln player touched it.
East Lincoln
Yeah,
player
that's how
touched
they
it.
saw it. Mark it down at the 35.
At the Mountaineer 33-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 Mountaineers.
Yeah, they've got it. Yep, good call by the official there. Player for East Lincoln batted it as he ran by because it took a hop backwards. So they mark it at the 35. It'll be 1st down for Tuscola. Inside a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Rodriguez up the middle. Good gain on 1st down. He gets out to the 40, 5 yards. Before he's met by the linebacker core for the Mustangs.
Okay, by number 33.
Hurry up offense. Snap again. Rodriguez slips a little, maintains his footing.
You only got about 2 that time.
To get about 2 yards. He almost slipped and fell in the backfield, but was able to work it forward. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Okay, by number 33, Rodney Holden.
Hope another snap gets away from the quarterback.
Another
He's
snap.
just going to kneel
Well,
on it.
we've got a penalty on this side, East Lincoln.
Oh,
It's
big
going
boy
to be
wasn't off the
offside.
field.
Well, not even that. They called offside.
It's unfortunate with the bad snap and all.
It would have been a long 4th down.
Yeah, they would have to kick that away.
So that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance 1st down for Tuscola.
And an offsides call go against the Mustangs.
5 seconds to go in the quarter, and that's going to do it. So we'll be back with the 4th quarter. East Lincoln leads 28-7 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 28-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this timeout.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Tuscola going from left to right at their own 47, 1st and 10.
That's a false
Benson
start.
keeps it, plows into the right side of the line, not much there, but he does gain 2 from the mark.
Number 2, Jack Benson on the keeper. Stop by number 7, Hampton Good.
Hampton Good with another tackle. I'm not sure if East Lincoln's aware of this. Okay, they are. There was a wide receiver way over on the other side of the field and nobody defending. They do have one there now. Handoff up the middle. That is going nowhere. Good penetration by East Lincoln on that play.
Helmet comes pop. That's about the 5th or 6th helmet's come
At
off.
least. And it seems to be the same 2 or 3 players. He's got a serious amount of hair under there, so that's not helping.
Stop by number 24, Marcel Johnson, and number 72, Josh Gilbert. Loss of 1.
So Josh Gilbert was in on the tackle, lost his hat, and he has to come out of the game for a play. So 3rd and 9.
Give him some better chin straps, some Velcro.
Or cut some hair.
Yeah, that could help.
Benson keeps it over the left side, gets across midfield, but not much more.
He tiptoed up in there.
He did not run very hard on that play. And it's 4th down and 6. Tuscola is going to take a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half already. And we've still got over 10 minutes to go in the game. All right, some more scores around the area. In a game that will interest East Lincoln, Ledford leads Northwest Cabarrus 14-7. The winner of that game, regardless of which school it is, if East Lincoln wins, they will be here next Friday night. Crest now up 13-0 on Oak Grove. Dudley 21-13 over South Point.
They're going for it. Kind of have to here in the 4th quarter, even though it's midfield, 4th and about 6. So big play coming up. See if the defense can make a big stop.
So 4th and 6. 4 wide receivers. Direct snap. Here's a reverse. They're going to throw the ball.
Pass.
There's nothing around. They ran this early in the first half.
And
it didn't work any better.
Result, too.
Good sportsmanship. After number 11 was getting chased, James Propust is the one that threw the ball. He was trying to get it to Jet Benson. It was a good 7-8 yards short of the target. So the Mustangs will take over on their own 49-yard line. Just over 10 and a half to go. That's what, the 3rd or 4th time they've taken over on downs tonight. It's been several times, at least 3.
The one with the big goal line stand.
Hand off to Daly. Through the left side, a little bit of opening there, but not much. He gets across midfield and not much more.
Ball carried by number 8, Chris Daly.
Gain of 2, we'll call it, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
2.5.
Pick up a 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs.
Mustangs taking a lot of time. No rush here, up 21 points. They could run more off the play clock, but they aren't. Still 10 seconds. Motion, handoff, Daly through the right side. He's going to have a 1st down if they get the favorable spot Tuscola's always gotten.
No, did not.
But he doesn't. So a good gain by Daly, but he's going to be about a yard or so short of the 1st down. 3rd and 2. Short 2, long 1. It's not precise. It's football. It's now taking a little bit more time to the line of scrimmage. Mazzell takes a snap, hands off to Daly. He's through the middle. 1st down for the Mustangs across the 40-yard line. So the clock will stop just long enough to move the chains, and then they'll keep it moving.
44, Andy Brown, and number 52, Ian Barker.
So East taking a lot more time this time. Play clock already down to 10, so they're running a good amount off on each play. Snap, hand off to Daly, heads towards the right sideline. Manages to squirm forward a little bit. Gets to about the 36, 37-yard line. So gain of 2.
Who carried down?
Daly. Daly on the carry. That's his 16th carry on the night.
Yeah, he had 100 yards on his first 8 carries. Last 8 have netted 23. So he needs another big gainer here. Line open up a nice hole for him.
Clark out wide to the left. Mazzell back to pass. He's looking for Clark. He's going to keep this.
Shoestring tackle there.
Yep, just tripped up by James Propest. He's the one tried to throw the 2 halfback passes. It didn't work. He makes the tackle here. Mazzell gets almost to the 35-yard line. Gain of only a 2 on that play, so it'll be 3rd and 6. Or 7, depending on who you listen to.
Yeah.
Handoff up
Ben
the middle.
Cutter.
Ben Cutter carrying the ball and a lot of defenders. Great run by Cutter. He doesn't get the ball very much, but when he does, he's effective. He carried 3 defenders inside the 20-yard line, so a gain of 17 on the play. Good job by Cutter on the misdirection. And we've got a dead ball personal foul against Tuscola, so that's going to be some extra yardage.
Yeah, I'm going to get them on down into the red zone.
That was already going to be a first down.
Maybe, let's see.
A Turner Hauser
change yet. Yep.
insurance first down.
Creeping on closer to the goal line.
And on the out-of-town scoreboard, one score I'm sure no one else cares about, but I do. Carolina Hurricanes lead 2-0 over the Edmonton Oilers. Goals by Svechnikov and Burns. It's a game I was supposed to go to tonight, but with this being moved, I'm here.
Yeah.
We're having a good time because we're not out in the rain.
I think they lost their last 2 to Miami, didn't they? And the goalie's out tonight.
Yeah, they brought up a goalie from Chicago from their minor league team. Hand off to Daly, goes around the right side, and he is into the end zone. Hold on a minute. There's a flag thrown in late from the back judge. Is it a late hit or is it going to be a holding call?
Can't be a hole. If it is,
So
he had eagle eyes.
It was a 9-yard touchdown run, but that's going to get wiped out. Holding on the Mustangs.
How did he see that from back there behind him? There's a guy standing right there, didn't see it, didn't call it. Terrible.
I wonder the same thing about basketball officials. I love the one where they can look through the player and see the foul that's on the other side of the player. They look right through him. It's that X-ray vision.
Well, that was halfway across the field. There was a guy standing right on the pylon where he crossed.
Yeah, the starting goalie for the Hurricanes, Anderson's out, so they're putting Aranta in, but they also called up the kid, young Russian goalie. That seems to be the big thing in the NHL, Russian goalies. So a timeout taken by East Lincoln. They only have one left, each team. Clock's running. So we've got 6:24 to go in the game. East Lincoln knocking on the door. They did get in the end zone, but it was called back on a holding call. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 14.
Phantom hole. I think should have held the flag.
So again, steady rain here. The wind doesn't appear to be much of a factor here tonight.
Somebody over there said he didn't see 12 players for 3 plays, but he saw that hole.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
You got your priorities and he's looking for certain things and not others. He's focusing on the individuals, he said, rather than the game as a whole.
All right, so we're back.
Long-awaited first down coming up here.
1st and 14, 1st and goal.
Yeah, from the 14. Unusual. There was a penalty.
Go Mustangs.
Snap to Mazzell. Hand off to Daly up the middle. Slips one tackle, but then is brought down.
He actually picked
Short
up decent
gain,
yardage.
if anything.
No, he got more like 5 or 6. Oh, no. Never mind. I was looking at the.
So a gain of 3, it looks like. He's down to about the 11. 2nd and goal.
A little better than I thought.
Yeah, I did too, because it looked like he was hit behind the line of scrimmage, but maybe they had pushed the pile that far. Snap to Mazzell. Hand off to Daly, goes through the left side, breaks a tackle, goes back towards the middle, finally
forward.
brought down. Yeah, he did fall forward. He's
Picked up
inside the 10-yard line.
Another deceptive 2 or 3 yards.
Good hard run there by Daly.
62, Jesse Bledsoe.
Just one.
It brings up 3rd and goal for the Mustangs.
So 3rd down from the 10.
Got time to slip Cutter into the flats and throw him the ball. He's been
Or Cutter, or on that play,
Bang.
Mazzell had a nice back door there. A lot of open grass to the left. Ball's pretty much in the center of the field. Mazzell back looking to pass, throws over in the corner. He's got a receiver, it's
Wide
caught. Wide open. Is that Markel Clark?
Yeah.
Yes, now I see the hoodie. So a touchdown pass, 10 yards from Mazzell to Markel Clark. It's 34-7 East Lincoln with a What's Up Shopper extra point coming up after the Gates auction touchdown.
For a touchdown, number 3, Markel Clark, covered 11 yards. I thought it overthrew it too.
Good burst by Clark to catch up to the ball. Caught it easily. And Chris Milletta's on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is pounded through by Milletta. So with 4:58 to go in the game, East Lincoln 35, Tuscola 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln County playoff game of the week.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
We'll kick off to Benson and Rodriguez. High kick, a little shorter than it's been. It only gets to the 5-yard line. Rodriguez has it, starts up the middle, heads for the left sideline. He's pushed out of bounds just over the 35-yard line, so a good return for Tuscola. 33-yard return. So that's the best field position they've had after a kickoff. Most of them have been touchbacks.
Number 2, Jet Benson. He's run out of bounds by number 82, Braylon Smith. It'll be 1st and 10, the Mountaineers.
So 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers at the 40. Benson takes a snap, hands off, up the middle. Nolan has it, but there's not much there other than the East Lincoln defense. Tackle made by Aiden Terrell with another tackle.
Kick up to 2 brings that 2nd and 8.
Terrell and Cutter have been in on a lot of tackles tonight. If we're looking for potential defensive player of the game candidates. Fumble. Snap was dropped by Benson. It rolled forward, but the running back, number 33, Riley Nolan, fell on it. Maintains possession 4.
On the play, recovered by the Mountaineers, number 33, Riley Nolan.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought he lost some yardage.
He was behind the line of scrimmage when he fell on it. What? So 3rd and 8.
The ball didn't move.
There's been some interesting spots tonight. Benson looks to pass, looks right, throws left, and the only person close to that were 2 East Lincoln defenders.
Yeah, but he overthrew them as well. Way out of bounds.
Again.
See why they don't throw much.
Yeah, they don't do it too well.
Or haven't practiced it a whole lot, or if they do.
Yeah, they probably don't.
It's off.
So they, I don't know, these passes have been so far out of bounds, the only thing that comes to mind is Nuclear Rouge throwing one and hitting the mascot. So back to pass again. This time it's just blocked. Benson back to pass. Good pressure in by number 55, Aiden Terrell. He jumped up, blocked that, probably about with his elbow or his helmet. He had that smothered.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th down. Oh, it was 4th down. So the ball will go over on downs to East Lincoln.
They managed to sustain a drive, a couple of first downs here, and this one will be in the books.
So we're down to 3:26. Yeah, 1 first down would probably be enough because only 1 timeout. Well, so is Tuscola with 2 timeouts. But still. And they just used one of them. So it looked like Tuscola called timeout, 3:26 to go. So each team down to 1 timeout at this point. And that's going to make it easier for East Lincoln to run out the clock. Just 1 first down is about all they need. Especially if they use the full 25 or the full 40 every chance they can. An update from Bunker Hill game, Community School of Davidson 26, Bunker Hill 21. That game's still in the 2nd quarter. Defense is optional over there in Mooresville in Davidson. The winner of that game will play the winner of Maiden Mount Pleasant. That game is still scheduled for tomorrow night, but remains to be seen with the incoming weather. Mazzell in the backfield. Handoff. Virgil Bingham, super sub in the backfield last week. He comes in and gets the carry. His first of the game. Gain of about 2. Another favorable spot, 2-yard gain for Bingham. It's not exactly the first time we've questioned a spot. Play clock being milked by the Mustangs down to 8. Now they're getting ready to go. 5. Snap. Hand off to Bingham again. Gets a little shove forward from Mazzell.
Nowhere. Backed him up 1.
So no gain on the play. Mustangs fully expected to use the full 40 seconds they get here. So 3rd down and 9. Clock is at 2:15 and running.
Throw a little pass here.
Just enough to get the first down. Keep the clock going. So Mazzell takes the snap. Hands off to Bingham again. Not much there. They're just content to run it up the middle, not fumble. Keep the clock moving. So it'll be 4th down. At the 40. 4th and 8. Are they going to run a play or are they going to send Cutter out there to punt?
8 for the Mustangs.
We're not going to know for another 20 seconds as they're going to run the clock down here. Yeah, I don't think they'll even snap this. But I've been wrong before. Play clock at 5. They do snap it. Pooch kick by Mazzell.
Yeah, old sneaky punt.
Nice one. Gets a good bounce. It actually comes backward a bit to the 10-yard line. So a good pooch kick by Mazzell. Little backspin on that. Nice little sand wedge shot there with some backspin. So it'll be first down at the 12-yard, 11 to 12-yard line. One final in, another game that started early like this one. Chase 35, Robinson 14. So Chase advances to the third round of the playoffs. So it's a minute 11 to go. Tuscola with the ball at their own 11. They're content to just hand off up the middle. Handoff goes to 33, Riley Noland. And they're bringing in some subs as well, getting a couple people out there. You can tell they're new. Their uniform's pretty clean. So we're inside a minute. 2nd and 7. Handoff up the middle. Pile moves forward a little bit. It may be close to the first down. But at this point, Tuscola joining in with East Lincoln and just keeping the clock rolling. 30 seconds left. And the Mustangs with a 4-touchdown lead. So East Lincoln will advance to the third round of the playoffs next week. It'll be a home game. They'll play the winner of Ledford, Northwest Cabarrus. Handoff again. Should be the last play of the game. Butler takes the ball, goes around the left side. He has the first down. They make the fourth down on that one. 2-1, and that's the ball game. So the final score, East Lincoln advances in the second round of the playoffs as they beat Tuscola 35-7. We'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by United Bank with locations in Lincolnton, Boger City, Denver, and Vail. We'll be back with a post-game show after this 2-minute timeout.
They are here. The full line of famous Skag mowers. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles are available at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. They probably have the vehicle you've been looking for. And right now, make no payment for 60 days on the new or used vehicles. And now, take $500 off any new or used vehicle when you mention this radio ad. Yes, this radio ad is worth $500. Be sure to mention it when you arrive at Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. Located at 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at ClassicVWGastonia.com. See their page at WhatsUpShopper.com and like them on Facebook too. Now through October, mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class.
Don't forget, Mustangs at home next Friday night, 7:30, third round of the playoffs. Like a veteran. Everybody be here. Like a veteran. Also, tomorrow's Veterans Day, so if you see one, say thank you for your service.
So back here at East Lincoln, the handshakes have been done. Teams are huddling up on their respective sides of the field. Tuscola finishes their season at 10-2. A good season for the Mountaineers. Got off to a 9-0 start. Lost their final game to West Henderson. Won their first round playoff game against Forest View. But tonight, they ran into a buzzsaw. Rushing attack for the Mustangs carried them most of the game, and then two good touchdown passes, one to Keandre Walker and one to Markel Clark, and that makes the final score 35-7. So we're here on the Stadium Postgame Show brought to you by United Bank. Next up, Kiefer Pharmacy brings you the recap of the game, and Jason Sane will go through what happened, a summary of the game.
All right, for Tuscola first on the losing side, they actually ran the ball quite effectively other than not scoring enough touchdowns. They had 200 yards on the ground, spread it out between 4 rushers. Benson, the quarterback, the leading rusher, ran the ball 25 times for 70 yards. Rodriguez 12 times for 47 yards. Got 67 yards out of Butler on 14 carries. And 7 carries for Nolan for 16 yards there on the end. But 200 rushing yards for Tuscola, 1 rushing touchdown, a 2-yarder by Benson back in the third with 2 minutes left. The passing game, again, kind of knew they weren't going to throw it around. They proved that as they only completed 2 passes tonight, 1 for 3 yards and another for no gain, both to Oncia. And so the passing game comes in at a total of 3 yards on 2 completions. 203 yards total offense for Tuscola. They come up short on this one with just the 1 touchdown. On the other side, we've got East Lincoln, 299 total rushing yards, 211 rush yards, 88 passing, 299 total. But 211 on the ground. Had 3 rushing touchdowns. 2 by Mazzell, a 10-yarder and a 4-yarder, both in the first quarter, and another by Clark in the third, a 33-yard scamper. And 2 passing touchdowns again, both from Walker, both from Mazzell, 1 to Walker, 1 to Clark. Walker's though a 59 big gain in the second quarter, and the only touchdown in the fourth quarter, Mazzell to Clark for 10 yards in the back left corner of the end zone, which rounded out the scoring. 88 yards through the air to Beam. Had 5 yards on 1 reception. Walker, 2 receptions, 1 for a touchdown, 73 total yards to lead the Mustang receivers. And Clark had 1 10-yard reception, but it was a big one for a touchdown.
We'll have to see how much of this affects Walker. He did tweak his hamstring in the first half. He came back out in the second half, but then tweaked it again. Just watched him walk off the field. He had a little hitch in the giddy-up. I'm sure he's going to be in the training room here shortly, and then most of the weekend. He does get an extra day to recover, so that may be helpful, but hamstrings are just really weird things. We'll have to see if that affects how he plays next week against the winner of Ledford or Northwest Cabarrus, which will be here at East Lincoln. So that is the recap of the game brought to you by Kiefer Pharmacy. Next up will be the sub of the game, brought to you by Subway of Boger City.
About the only person we can give it to is our man Bingham, I suppose. Comes in and just runs out the clock there in the final drive there, the fourth quarter. Didn't really, put up any big yardage, just hung on to the ball in these wet conditions and ran out the clock to end the game.
Yeah, there weren't too many subs. They went with most of their first team all the way through, which is something they haven't had to do much.
I'll tell you who's sub of the game, Mike, could be the kicker, the backup kicker. Even though he wasn't a true sub, it's just your starting kickers off playing soccer as their season unfortunately came to an end. 1-0 heartbreaker for the soccer team on the road. But again, them playing on Thursday night, unanticipated. So their usual kicker off playing soccer.
Chris Milletta did a great job.
And so Milletta comes in. Milletta is definitely our sub of the game tonight, if we're going to count that as a substitution, which we certainly should.
Which we should. Yeah, he did a good job. So next up is our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Roden Beals Oil Company of Lincolnton.
Offensive player of the game, we're going to give that one to Clark tonight. He had one rush for 33 yards, but it was a touchdown. And he had one reception for 10 yards, also a touchdown.
Sounds like you ought to get him the ball more.
Yeah, so you don't have to do a
gets in
whole
the end
lot.
zone.
You just do it right when you do get it.
So,
offensive player tonight will go to Clark.
Markel Clark. Our defensive player of the game is brought to you by Beal Corrugated Metals of Lincolnton.
Do you have anybody you want to throw out there for that? I thought you mentioned somebody earlier.
I would say Ben Cutter.
Yeah, otherwise the obvious call is to Ben Cutter.
Aiden Terrell maybe with an honorable mention, but Cutter.
Somebody got in there and made a couple nice tackles for a loss.
Mm-hmm. So our defensive
Johnson, I believe.
Yeah, Marcel Johnson. So, but our defensive player of the game, as it usually is with East Lincoln, is Ben Cutter because he's just in there. He's in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
The West Virginia commit. When it's signing day is until December, I believe, for football. So there's a little bit of time before he actually inks the NIL or NLI. That's also name, image, and likeness. Those letters are all the same. It gets confusing with that. But anyway, that's college ball. And then finally, our overall player of the game brought to you by Rye Heating and Air of Lincolnton.
Well, Daly did a fine job on the ground, had over 100 yards, just failed to find the end zone. So we're going to have to give this one tonight to Mazzell, who, with the exception of Clark's 33-yard touchdown run, was in on the other 4 touchdowns. He ran 2 in. He threw 2 more, 88 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 32 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. So, again, your player of the game, overall player of the game, is going to give that tonight to Mazzell, the quarterback for East Lincoln, responsible for 4 of the 5 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 in the air.
So another fine performance from the East Lincoln offense. Walker looked good. Clark with some big plays. Jackson Beam with a catch and some good blocking downfield. And then, of course, Mazzell and Daly.
Yeah, you got to mention Daly, though. Biggest producer tonight. Most yardage totaled up. Just didn't find the end zone tonight. Just didn't get it there at the goal line, or if he did, couldn't find the gap he needed to get across.
So a good setup, man.
But definitely a good performance tonight. 18 carries, 127 yards for Daly. So
that wraps it up here for our post-game awards. Remember, we will be back here next week. East Lincoln will play the winner of Ledford and Northwest Cabarrus. Currently, that is Ledford leading 21-7 was the last update we had. That game started later than this one. This one started later than it should have. The ambulance is gone now. Was it ever here?
Yeah.
Yes, it was here, but we had a half-hour delay on that.
Wouldn't have started without it. It's definitely here.
So that's the final from East Lincoln. The Mustangs advanced to the 3rd round of the playoffs with a 35-7 victory over the Tuscola Mountaineers. On behalf of KTC Broadcasting and LincolnCounty.com, we want to thank Kevin and JP back in the studio for handling commercials and pregame interviews. This is Dave Potter along with Jason Sane. Thank you for joining us and good night.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today.